Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make the most out of farming credits and profiting platinum out of doing it too. So as most of you know, there are two probably the most common recommended things to make credits on in Warframe are the index, which you guys can find over here on Neptune. It says the index endurance run. High level index. I know this has been argued for a long time, but at this point, more and more people are starting to realize that it's getting argued a lot less than it used to be. High level index is what you want to do. You want to do the high level index, invest 50,000, and what you'll wind up walking out of here with is, I believe, 200 or 250,000 every one of these runs that you do. It is very recommended that whether you're doing this or the next thing that I'm going to recommend you guys do for making credits is that you have a booster on. And if Warframe happens to have like let's say a credit booster weekend, that means that any booster that you buy out of the store, out of the in-game store, or if you get it from Borrow, or if you get it from a sortie, they will stack on top of the booster that Warframe does for the weekend. So typically, when do you want to do index runs, or when do you want to do the Profittaker runs, which is the next thing I'm going to mention? You want to do these on weekends. Like if you're going to grind them out all weekend and really get the most out of your effort, you want to do this on weekends when Warframe has their credit booster weekends, so or a community booster. So once they have that, if you have any other booster for credits that you got from Borrow, you got from the market, or you got from a sortie, or wherever you might get them, maybe like one of those caches that you find in the missions, but whatever, any of the other places you get a booster from, it will stack on top of that. So now instead of you having 2 times credits, you now have 4 times credits. What does that mean? That means if you're going to make about 250 credits on doing one of these runs, then with those boosters stacked on top of that, you're making close to 1 million credits per run. Probably about 950,000-ish or whatever it is for each one of these runs. But ideally, you want to do the high risk, high reward index. When you do the index, this is what you're going to wind up picking up while you do that. And chat, what do you guys use for doing the index? I typically like to use Mesa or Rhino. I typically also like having a Limbo in the squad to kind of protect the node. But those are the 3 that I use. Chat, what do you guys use when you do Profittaker? When you do index, when you guys are doing index, you're going to wind up getting these mods to drop. And I've highlighted the ones that are a little bit better. Now, obviously 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 or whatever, this kind of sucks. It's not necessarily worth the platinum, but if you're doing it anyway, because you need the credits, just know that you'll probably be able to make the most out of a Medi Pet kit for 1 to 10. And even though all these say 1, there was a lot less people selling these for 1 on the Warframe.market than there were. Like most of these, there were a few, every one of these had people selling them for 1, but that was like the minority of people were selling them for 1. There was a lot more people selling them for 2, 3, 4, or 5 platinum. So I included the 1 anyway, just because it was there, letting you know it's possible to get it. But if you're selling these, don't just sell them for 1 platinum. You're just kind of kicking yourself in the nuts here. And you should at least be recording that for a video or something, because that's entertaining. But Medi Pet Kit, 1 to 10, Static Discharge, 1 to 8, Tether Grenades, 1 to 8. So ideally, this is the best one that you could be going after. The next thing that you guys are going to want to know about is Profittaker, which you guys will find here on Venus. So you go to Orb Valis. In order to be able to do, or Fortuna, in order to be able to do Profittaker, you have to be rank 5 with Solaris United in Fortuna in order for you to be able to do the Profittaker. I believe it's the back room. Like you have to be able to get to the back room, and there are bounties for doing Profittaker. This also rewards you a lot of credits. And some people argue that it's faster. I feel like the index, for me personally, doing the index with a group of people always seems to be faster than, you know, to make like 1 million credits than doing Profittaker. But a lot of you argue that Profittaker is a lot faster. I think they're close enough that it's okay. Whichever one you do, they're both very fast methods to make millions of credits. So Profittaker is the same way. If you have a whole bunch of credit boosters stacked, you know, like you have the in-game credit boosters and then the community credit boosters stacked on top of each other, you'll walk out of a Profittaker mission with 1 million credits, like 1 million or more credits. So chat, what do you guys recommend is best for Profittaker? But now we look at the Profittaker mods and stuff that we're going to have. So Profittaker Orb. So we have, what I have highlighted in green these are the big ticket ones, obviously. The charged bullets and contaminating casing, that's 10 to 20 and 15 to 20. And the hyperthermic shell and the magma chamber, that's 10 to 20 and 15 to 20 is what these are kind of averaging in the market. Fever Strike, that's a basic mod. You can get this you can get this in other places other than Profittaker. Same thing with Molten Wind Northwind Impact. Basically, all the rest of these, you can get these doing other things other than Profittaker. So ideally, what you want to hope for when you do it is that you're getting these mods, and this is what they're good for. So in retrospect, I personally think Index is a little bit faster for credits, but Profittaker overall looks like it's better for credit and platinum. For you guys to pull both of those in. Because obviously, we don't have anything that goes over 10 in here. It's just this one can reach up to 10. Most of them are 1 to 5. And over here, you got a chance of getting these good ones that you can make 20 platinum off of any of the 4 really good ones. So you'll make 1 million credits with the boosters stacked doing these, and probably the most amount of platinum doing Profittaker. So as long as you guys, or whatever, now you guys know. Now you know how much platinum you're going to wind up making. And the kind of credits that you guys can make for doing those. So I really just wanted to keep this video down to platinum and credits. Not necessarily getting into the nitty gritty of like how they all work. That's like much longer video and much more detail. But for those of you guys that know how to do it, or maybe have people that can carry you to do it, that's where you get your credits and the kind of platinum you can make for doing Index or for doing the Profittaker Orb. That being said, if you guys weren't aware, you can actually earn free Warframes, weapons, and mods on my streams, which I'm live every day on Twitch. This is not a maybe you'll win. This is, no, if you're actually here and you're showing up, you're definitely going to earn free stuff. You can ask me more about how that works when you get to my Twitch channel. But all that being said, if you guys found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. And thank you everybody so much. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome night, day, whatever time it is. Absolutely love your faces. And if I don't see you all in the next video, I will see you on my Twitch channel. Laters.